Megan stood before her full-length mirror, her shoulder aching dully as she held her bra in front of her. She had turned into a young woman, her body curving and blossoming in all the right places, but Jeff still saw her as that little girl who had cried when she skinned her knees. She sighed, the frustration building. It wasn't just the pain, it was the constant reminder that she was still a child in his eyes. Her reflection stared back at her, the bruise on her shoulder standing out against her pale skin. It was a stark reminder of her recent gym session, where she had pushed herself too hard, trying to be stronger, to be noticed. She watched as Jeff approached, his eyes focused on her face. Not the bare breasts she had hoped would make him see her differently. Jeff's hands were warm and gentle as he carefully slipped the bra straps over her shoulders, his fingers brushing against the softness of her skin. Megan's heart fluttered, the sensation unfamiliar yet comforting. He had always been so careful with her, so attentive, but it was as if he couldn't see the woman she had become. His touch was a paradox, both tender and frustratingly impersonal. As Jeff fastened the clasp at her back, Megan felt a twinge of disappointment. It wasn't the intimate moment she had secretly longed for, but rather a clinical act of assistance. He stepped back, his eyes meeting hers in the mirror. For a brief moment, she saw something in his gaze that made her breath catch in her throat. Was it a flicker of attraction? Or was she just imagining things? "There you go, all set," he said, his voice a little gruffer than usual. He quickly averted his gaze and cleared his throat. Megan turned to face him, her cheeks flushing as she pulled her shirt on. "Thanks, Jeff," she murmured, the words feeling forced past the lump in her throat. He nodded, his eyes returning to hers briefly before he turned and left the room. The door clicked shut behind him, leaving Megan alone with her swirling thoughts. She knew her feelings were wrong, but she couldn't shake the desire to be seen as a woman by the one man who had been a constant in her life. The bra, now snugly in place, was a symbol of the womanhood she craved recognition for. But Jeff's reaction was the same as it had always been. Kind, but devoid of the male interest she yearned for. As she finished getting dressed, Megan couldn't help but feel a new tension between them, an unspoken understanding that had been laid bare. She knew she had to confront her emotions, to figure out why she felt this way and what it meant for their relationship. But for now, she tucked her shirt into her jeans and took a deep breath, steeling herself for the rest of the day.